I'm Lobster Bob. Today I'm accompanied with my associates, Ground Chuck and Silent Rob. Today we have a great menu prepared. We're going to do some Asian spring rolls with some pork and some shrimp inside of them. Not together, separate, right? Yeah. And also, noodles.
He likes noodles.
The first step is to soak your vermicelli rice noodles in hot water for about 30 minutes. Once you are done cutting up all of your rice noodles, this is what it should look like.
What we're going to do now is we're going to take the rice noodles, we're going to split them in half, give or take, and then we're just going to pick them up and we're just going to chuck them into the pork. See what I did there? Chuck.
Next, we're going to take some green onion, or scallion, however you like to pronounce it, and we're going to mince it real fine and throw that in the chuck. Chuck that in the pork. That's what it should look like when you're done. Take your minced scallions, or green onion, and throw it right in. Then, right after that, mince up some garlic. When you're done mincing up your garlic, chuck that in there too. See what I did there?
Yeah, chuck.
Once you're done with that, you're going to want to get an egg, and you're going to want to whisk it in a bowl with a fork.
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's good. I like that.
Do you?
Yeah, it's looking pretty damn good. Yeah. If I dare say so, that's pretty sexual.
You're an asshole.
Put that egg in there.
What we're going to do now is we're going to add 3 dashes of ground pepper. Freshly ground is always the best. 1,
2. Gayu yao yo. Ayo. Gayu yao yo.
You're an asshole.
So what we're doing now is we're going to fill the rolls. You're going to use 3 teaspoons of your filling, either the pork or the shrimp. You're going to put it into the corner. Then we're going to start to roll. You're going to give it about 1 turn. We're going to pull over the ends. And then we're going to finish rolling them up. Don't watch that part. You didn't see that. Until we get to the end. Now on this flap, you're going to add a little bit of egg, which is just going to pin that right down there. Then I'm going to put it off to the side. I'm going to fry them up. Time to deep fry the spring rolls. So what we're gonna have to do, first step in deep frying, add the oil to the pot. Just glug it in there. You don't have to be neat. Now we're gonna add the second bottle because we're really health conscious.
The oil has been preheating, so now we're gonna check it. Silent Rob, please grab your thermometer and test the oil. Yes, I see. It seems to be working. I think it's time. Silent Rob, please place the first spring roll into the oil, slowly but surely.
Let's go.
Great success. So, essentially, what you're saying to us is, do this with the rest of them until they're all done. Right? Good. These are looking really delicious. Soon they'll be light golden brown and then my life will be complete. First batch. It's gonna take a while to fry them, but it's okay. Alright, we're gonna put about 3 tablespoons of lime juice in a bowl just to make the fancy sauce. Then we're gonna use a hot pepper. Yeah, that is an Afghani habanero tequila pepper found in the southeast corner of Northeast Asia. You actually have to hike up a mountain, go through a cave, fight a polar bear, and chop off your own arm to actually get this pepper. We're gonna dice that up really nicely. Oh yeah. Once you finish cutting up the pepper, that's what it should look like, unless you suck. Just toss those peppers right into the lime juice. Once that's done, add a little sugar.
Half.
Quarter cup.
And then once that soaks up, it pretty much turns into a nipple.
After you create the nipple and it disappears, put about half a cup of warm water in there. Then just put a dribble of fish sauce in there, and that's it. And then what, mix it up? Yeah, let's do that. Then put a little bit of cayenne pepper in there. Yeah, cayenne pepper's nice. That's good. A little much, but that's good. And then mix it up with a knife, because that makes sense. We found this person in a Wawa, and they said, I know how to make salads. So that's what she's doing. She's got all these colorful balls, and she's putting them in this gigantic green mixture we have here that supposedly we're supposed to eat and shit out later. Well, it's done. It's all done. I'm Lobster Bob.
I'm Ground Chuck.
And these were spring rolls. Yeah.
For dessert today, we're gonna make a chocolate fondue. First thing you need, of course, is a fondue pot. We're gonna add heavy cream, semi-sweet and bittersweet chocolate, butter, and we're going to add a little bit of chocolate liqueur, just to spice it up. So first what we're gonna do, we're gonna add 1.5 cups of heavy cream. Gonna let that sit in there for a few minutes, turn up the heat. Once that begins to simmer, we'll lower the heat down, and we're gonna add the chocolate and the butter and the liqueur. Then we're going to stick our faces in there and just, you won't have to worry about that part. You'll read it on the news. Well, when you apply heat to a pot, the liquid inside will reach a temperature which will cause it to bubble and foam. So, now that the cream is hot, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of butter, preferably without the wrapper. We're going to measure out very carefully 16 ounces of chocolate. Break this down. Just put that in there. Let's move the whisk.
Oh.
Somebody accidentally broke this one. What did I do? How many did I do? That's
2.
there. Perfect. Now,
You're such an asshole.
Why?
It just made sense to say it.
what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna keep stirring it around. Eventually, the bottom chocolate will melt. Once the chocolate melts, what we're gonna do now, once again, we're gonna add a little bit of Godiva white chocolate liqueur. This calls for about 8 tablespoons of liqueur. So, that's about 8 teaspoons, or maybe it's not. We're gonna just stir that in. And that is really all there is to chocolate fondue. Now, what do you do with chocolate fondue? You can do lots of things. You can spray it all over video equipment. But what we're gonna do with it is over here, we have some cut up pound cake. We have fresh vegetable fruits. These are the sweet vegetables. We have strawberries and apples. Of course, the old standbys, marshmallows, graham crackers. And that's pretty much all there is. So we're gonna go enjoy this, whether they like it or not.
What do you think, Ground Chuck?
And Silent Rob.
Chocolicious.
I like stabbing them.
What do you think, Rob? I'm sorry, Silent Rob.
It's delicious.